What's up, everybody? Finally, after 2.5 years, let's check out Masterverse Prince Adam. Couple of immediate impressions with this figure. The new look of Prince Adam. I don't dislike it, but I'm unfamiliar with it, so I'm excited to get him out, get him in a stance, and see how, the look sits with me. I'm digging the fact that we get the laughing portrait. I think that's really, really cool. And I'm digging the transformation sword. So that's dope. And he also comes with a proper power sword. So really, really dope. Look at the packaging here. Prince Adam, heroic secret identity of He-Man. So that's interesting, right? Because He-Man doesn't become Prince Adam. Right? It's not like when Superman puts on glasses to pretend he's Clark Kent. Prince Adam transforms into He-Man. So wouldn't Prince Adam's secret identity be He-Man? I mean, I guess it works two ways. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about that deep thought. I'm all about the artwork, especially nowadays when, AI art is really becoming more and more prominent. And, I hate to be all doom and gloom, but we may be at a time where we're at the peak of artists' work in terms of it being out and used mainstream and widely, because more and more companies are integrating AI art into what they do and into their products just for, cost savings. So something there on the horizon. Take time to appreciate the artists, the illustrators, the inkers that do the beautiful packaging that we've enjoyed for so many years. Prince Adam, He-Man did it. He finally defeated Skeletor, but in doing so, it cost him his life and his secret identity. Ooh! His friends and family are shattered by the truth. He-Man was actually Prince Adam all along. They're shattered by the truth. After coming back from pre-Eternia, Prince Adam has a second lease on life and another chance to make things right with those he loves the most. You know what? He didn't betray anybody by not telling them he was He-Man, okay? So I don't agree with that. But anyway, back to the action figure. Let's get him out. Quick look at our hero, or our hero's secret identity, depending on how you look at it. Quick look at Adam here in the clam or in the blister. Very nice. Let me get him out. You know what? I'm not a fan of these plastic ties, man. I know it might be like theft prevention or something, but man, they're annoying. I have the power. I never could get that He-Man voice down, man. And I've tried for like 40 years. Prince Adam holding the power sword and getting ready to undergo transformation. So I wanted to start out immediately checking, did he have the vertical hinge for the wrist so that he could articulate the sword? And he does. I also wanted to see about articulation in the head to see if he could look up. And he really can't get much articulation up, as you can see there. But you do get a little bit of tilt, and with some angles, you can get him looking at least at the hilt area. Bring it back down. He does have bicep swivel. He's got full rotation at the shoulder. And you've got the single jointed elbow, which we're seeing more and more now in highly articulated 112 figures, because they figured out a way to do the single joint, but still get a double-handed pose. You see? And they've done that by kind of like sculpting the mold differently so that the forearm can lift up further. So pretty impressive there to see single jointed elbow figures getting the double-handed pose. I've got a little bend in my sword because of the way it was packaged. And that's one thing I'll say about windowless packaging. I've had so many less issues with warping of weapons and warping of elbows and knees since some toys have gone windowless. So just a little positive on that, windowless packaging, I guess. But no big deal, because a little bit of heat and then a little bit of cold water, and that'll straighten right out. In terms of his stance, I thought he looked great in the transformation pose. And in terms of his proportions, I think the sculpt looks great, man. Like just the proportions of his thighs and the ratio to his knees and his calves. He's obviously a slender guy, a skinny guy, but he's athletic. Very trim waist. Then you got the triangle going up to the shoulders. I'm digging it. I like it. These really broad sleeves, you know, in terms of fashion for me, but I get it and I think it works. I love the brown on the boots, the black straps, a little bit of cuts in the leather of the boots, very cool. You do have swivel down here, so that's dope. You've got your thigh swivel, your full split. Not bad. He does seem to have an upper diaphragm cut, but I'm not going to mess with it too much because I don't want to break this plastic down here. But it seems like the jacket could come off if you wanted to do that. Oh, wow. Is that a button? Oh, man, that's a button. Is that a button and a peg? I don't want to break it. Damn, I think I'd break it. But there's a peg there, and I think we could take off that belt. I think that belt comes off, but I'm not going to do it. Please forgive me for not giving you my all. I'm not going to do it, man, because I go through hell trying to get these things back on sometimes. I'm not even going to lie. And you got two horizontal hinges on his tiny little fists. And a quick look at the smiling portrait. I think that looks great. He really does look happy. They captured the laughing in the eyes, in the cheeks, here by the nostrils. I mean, his whole face seems like he's genuinely smiling and laughing. Very well done. You've got some wash on the yellow hair, right? So that's cool. Same over here is true. I mean, so far, this just seems like such a well done figure. The power sword, not too much of a bend. And it is, oh wow, look at that. It's like two-tone. So this is a metallic silver here by the hilt. And then the blade is just kind of like that silver plastic. But that's nice, that two-tone. Very cool. Let's look at a couple action poses with our Prince Adam, and then we'll jump into today's themed comparison. Starting out, give us a look at Prince Adam with the power sword proper. And you really don't get that upward look. You know, you really don't. Maybe if you activated the diaphragm cut, but that's hard to do with the jacket on. All right, next pose. And you know how it goes. Nobody gets out of here without doing the iconic pose of Conan. And Prince Adam nails it. Single jointed elbow and all, even though, you know what? The Super 7 figure only has a single jointed elbow. He's nailing it. He's got the vertical hinge, which gives him that movement. He can get the head tilt to the side, so pretty decent. You've got at least 90 at the shoulders, so you can get that look. And you know what? I was looking at some of my previous pictures, and I got to get more strict with how I critique figures that have that try to strike the iconic Conan pose. I really got to get more strict with that and not let guys slide, or ladies for that matter. But Prince Adam nails it. I think he looks good doing it. He can do the pose and he looks good doing it. I give him an 8 or a 9 in the iconic pose of Conan. Very dope. All right, let's jump into today's themed comparison, and then we'll do some final thoughts. We have Origins on the left, Masterverse in the middle, Classics on the far right. One of my favorite figures in my collection is this Prince Adam, and certainly one of my favorites in my Classics collection. I just love the color tones that they went with. And, you know, the sculpt on classics is arguably one of the greatest of all time. And then you got the laughing portrait. I just thought that was hilarious when I saw that. I wasn't familiar with the meme until I learned about this figure, if you could imagine that. We've got a nice sense of scale across the different lines, and you see some of the repeated themes in the figures. The red pink tone jacket, the lavender pants or tights, however you want to go with it. They did change our boots here, and they're not purple. I think the brown works. It works really well, but I would like to see a proper Prince Adam with the purple boots. Maybe not so much the white top portion up here. They could keep that brown or purple or whatever. But I'd like to see the purple boots, and I'd like to see the pink velvet or suede jacket. I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see it honestly in a 2-pack as a deluxe with a Cringer figure. No Battle Cat armor, just Cringer with a different face portrait and an articulating mouth. How about that? How cool would that be? You know, a nice 2-pack for an updated Prince Adam. That would be dope. But otherwise, I really like him exactly the way he is. And let's do one more comparison here. And I will bring out my Mattel Deluxe 40th He-Man with the 2 right thighs. This body sculpt looks so boss, man. It looks so boss. Hell yeah, this was a lot of fun, man. Prince Adam is in the house after 2.5 years. Very dope to see the line going so strong, man. And who knows, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. As always, everybody, thank you so much for coming out and sharing in the experience of collecting toys as an adult. And I hope you're able to keep coming back. Share some experiences too in the comments. I love connecting with you guys. And until next time, everybody, thank goodness it's playtime.